A wild flaming dawn has appeared,
Yo.
just rustling up the coop. Stick around and you'll find the inside coop. What a lovely intro.
It was.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah.
That running around. So grab your feed and get ready to chirp and cheep with us on Chicken Chat.
Beautiful.
So here we are. A lot of people might want to wonder, or might be wondering, why it's called Chicken Chat. Because it used to not be Chicken Chat.
It was Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the Pokemon's chat. And then what happened?
Then Matt decided that he didn't like good chicken, and we all went against him. First, he was the hater, and then I think we just became Chicken Chat.
Yeah, there was a brief period where it was the haters or the hater chat. I don't remember what it
Oh,
was.
we all left. We all left the chat at one
had a
point.
protest. Yep.
Yeah, and then we just decided that we were gonna take over and call it Chicken Chat, and Matt was the hater.
I don't think it's fair to say that everyone was against me.
I think everyone was.
There's dozens of us out there that hate.
But I found out you don't actually hate chicken.
I love chicken.
It's
You-
just Dixie Lee.
You just hate chicken that has bones in it. Is
Yeah.
that accurate?
I'll eat bone chickens. I like a good bone.
You like a good bone? But yeah, so it ended up being Chicken Chat.
Chicken chat.
And we went 2 weeks and talked nothing about chicken.
Mm-hmm. Still gets brought up too sometimes.
Yes, it's
We talk about it more than Pokemon, I feel.
Yeah, Pokemon's over.
I legitimately was going to buy 8 different types of chicken today.
Oh man.
We should
Next time.
we should do that for sure.
But I didn't have wheels, so we do have some food taste tests today.
We're bringing the Pokemon back.
Yeah, and I got something else for you for a food taste test too. I didn't prep it because I'm not smart, but
You're a pretty smart guy.
that's how it goes. What did you say?
You said you're a pretty smart guy.
Say what? It's never gonna get old.
Never.
So, looking at the news the other day,
Oh?
and Mr. Ryan Reynolds started his own Hollywood production company.
Okay.
And for his first project, he wanted something that had existing intellectual property. He didn't want to make something new. So he went with creating an animated version, kind of like a remake of one of my favorites from when I was a kid, Biker Mice from Mars.
Right.
And I'm really excited to see you taking it. But then talking to some of my friends, because I used to always rep the Biker Mice from Mars,
Sure.
they are like, why did he pick Biker Mice from Mars? There's so many better things to bring back.
Okay.
And the number one example I got was Street Sharks. Do you remember that?
I remember Street Sharks.
A bunch of giant humanoid sharks that played
Street hockey, right?
street hockey. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you remember any of these?
I don't, but I feel like I remember you had a little action figure of one of those.
I had this. Yeah.
I remember a
shark.
shark dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember All Stars, where it was like Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and somebody else who literally fought crime by using sports sports equipment?
Sounds hilarious.
I never seen it, but I've heard of it.
And then other things that I would think of that I would have chosen over Biker Mice from Mars, even though I really liked it as a kid, it's like Samurai Pizza Cats.
I don't know it.
You don't know
No,
Samurai
I don't
Pizza
know
Cats?
Samurai Pizza Cats. It sounds amazing though.
It basically is these 3 cats that worked in a pizzeria.
Okay.
And when crime happened, and it was usually a giant monster that came into the city, they would literally go into like one of the pizza ovens, but it kind of loaded them in a giant revolver that was on the roof into a bullet shell and then shot them towards where the crime was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had like their armor and weapons and stuff as they like launched through.
Fuck yeah.
So like, you know, a lot of these people like to say it's like the Power Ranger clones, right? Like like, you know, your Ninja Turtles or your like whatever the case may be, but you know, there is different elements to a lot of them. But when I was a kid, like those are a lot of the shows that I like to watch. I do know I have a few years on both you guys. So like, you know, I get it's a little different, but is there any other shows that you can think of that you'd want to be remade? Like
I'm thinking about shows that we know. Is Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, is it still going on?
I don't think so. I think
We need to bring that
back.
back.
That show was really
you know
good.
That show?
I don't know that show.
Oh man.
A bunch of monsters and
that were imaginary, but they all were in a foster home because their kids gave them up, I guess.
right,
because they're monsters.
Yeah. Yep.
I also I think Clone High is coming back.
it is back.
It is back. Oh, haven't seen it come back. I think I heard about it.
It's very meh.
But yeah, like with this writer strike that's happening, it's TV is going to get boring for a while, depending on how long it goes on for.
Sure.
But,
Support them though.
Well, I saw,
writers.
and I do too. But I saw something in Aurelia in Midland today was like advertising it. Someone's trying to like bring up a small production that they want to shop to studios to like being like, oh, there's no like new stuff being come in. Here's your chance to do something, but it's also there's your chance to be blacklisted by all your future aspirations.
Sure.
Because they've already said anyone that works like when the strike's going on is going to get blacklisted, except for there's a few exceptions. There's some people that are in guilds that aren't in North America that are still doing their projects. There's some indie projects too, but like that was, you know, but it kind of sucks that it's happening because everyone's on strike and there's not going to be a lot of new stuff, but you know, hopefully it doesn't last forever. And, you know, people are getting in trouble. Mr. Beast got in trouble because he promoted one of the movies when they're on strike.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. That I love the guy, but he sometimes does some really weird things.
What's going on with him and his burger company?
Oh, there's a bunch of they were selling like raw food, raw meat.
Really?
They weren't cooking it.
Why?
So he's suing them.
Why are they cooking it?
So there's a company who I can't remember what they're called, but they call themselves like ghost kitchens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where they're a restaurant that doesn't exist. They have like a back door in an alley where you're like skip the dishes or like Uber Eats guy shows up.
Sure.
But it
explains why it's raw.
Yeah.
But no, but it's a real thing in Toronto. There's like 1,000 restaurants that don't exist. They're literally like the same 10 kitchens. And like so what this company does is they make your food product available in all sorts of cities around the world, even though you don't have a real restaurant.
Right.
So they just have like, you know, industrial scale restaurants that make all the food and then they get delivered and they get picked up from the place, but you can't physically go and eat there.
Right.
So he used a company like that to set up all these kitchens all around the world. And some of them were really good, but a lot of them were like, you know, whoever's willing to make Mr. Beast burgers, sure, go ahead. There wasn't like a quality control. There wasn't like you know, what's your resume? Are you a reputable brand? It's like, oh, you want to do Mr. Beast burgers? Good. Here you go.
It's
like,
just a squirrel in the kitchen trying to.
Just a squirrel. I have a question though. I don't know if you guys know, but how many restaurants did he have, or did he just have no restaurants and he could only like skip the dishes?
Yeah, he could only skip the dishes.
Oh,
now
okay.
I think he did a few. Because he is at heart, he's a philanthropist, and I know he did a few, and he prepared, you know, meals for like people unfortunate. He supports a lot of food banks and stuff, and I do know that he did open up some. I don't know if they're pop up because I do know he did a pop up one in Toronto too, where like a physical store opened up. But when you order it, most of the time it's only through the delivery services and not like just freely available wherever. So like that, you know, and he's suing the company that set it up because the company that set it up was sending up a bunch of like just garbage. And like it blew up a little bit because like H3H3 they ordered it.
Okay.
And it was like they said it was like a school cafeteria burger.
And didn't it come like just in a regular bag? Like I'm pretty sure it had no, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but
I remember the pictures. I didn't actually watch the podcast where they caught it, but the pictures they showed, it looked like a cafeteria burger, like something you get at hospital food.
but was
like,
there? Did it come in like a Mr. Beast bag and box, or
the picture I saw, I think they already like
there?
had it
Oh,
out, like
yeah,
it was almost like plated, but it wasn't plated.
yeah.
But, you know, kind of the experience. But the thing is, that's true with a lot of food, and people like rag on me a lot because I like the same restaurants. But if there's one thing that like a Jack Astor's or a McDonald's does really well is consistency.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you go to some of these other places, Mr. Sub, I mean, if you go to a lot of these other places, each one is drastically different from each other. So it's like Monday it was great and Friday it sucked. Like what was the difference? It was who was working in the kitchen, right? Like when you have these big chains, they do have a lot of that quality control and over the top, you know, whatever happens. But sometimes when you go to some of these smaller chains and your meal comes out, it's like.
And then there's places like Dixie Lee that just always sucks.
When was the last time you've eaten Dixie Lee?
All I remember is Mom getting it all the time and it being the most bland food I've ever tasted in my life.
How long ago?
I was probably 7 years old.
Now,
Yeah.
my question is, so 7-year-old Matt,
Yep.
what was his favorite place to eat?
7-year-old Matt. I don't know. I think probably just like McDonald's or Burger King or something like that.
Your taste buds weren't even developed yet. Your brain didn't work properly. I think.
Well, it's not working properly these days, so I don't know.
Which
if that
explains the Dixie Lee hate.
Yeah.
But also, 7-year-old Matt, what did he want to do when he grew up?
When I was 7 years old,
Yeah.
I just wanted to play Pokemon for the rest of my life.
So you wanted to be a Pokemon trainer.
I want to be a Pokemon master.
Okay, it makes a little sense.
Not much has changed.
Of course not. My mom likes to bring up that when I was young, like really young, my dream job was to be not just an ice cream man, but one of those ones that were on the bikes that like biked
Hell
around.
yeah. Okay.
Like I think they're called Dickadees. And like that was my like I saw that the first time. I was like, that guy just rides a bike.
Fuck yeah.
And delivers ice cream to everyone.
Yeah.
Hands down, like that's a job. Like that's my future. That was 7-year-old Nate.
That's a pretty good like aspiration to have. I like that. Speaking about that though, do you know what Suze told me the other day?
What did she tell you?
She saw this video or something that this guy, anytime that he'd hear the ice cream truck, the music playing, his parents told him that means that they're out of ice cream.
Oh, that's so
Isn't that the
mean.
saddest thing you've ever heard in your life?
You're gaslighting your parents.
Yeah, I don't know that this. I'm telling someone else's story, but I feel bad for that dude. I've been heartbroken.
It's a song
about
of
it ever since.
sadness.
Right? Yeah, why is it so cheery if it means no ice cream?
There was like a one ice cream truck song
Yeah.
that like everyone played, and somebody owned that recording and started copyright claiming ice cream trucks, like literally suing them.
Oh my god.
So a lot of ice cream trucks had to change their music and just play like random songs.
That's a
as they
real
went around.
villain.
But you don't know is like, is your neighbor listening to something weird or is the ice cream truck here? Right? Like you don't understand what's coming down the street. Right?
So when did it become standard? Like, I think there's a standardized ice cream song now.
Well, I still hear the weird stuff, especially when I'm in the
still?
city.
Really?
Yeah, like we used to have last summer. We had an ice cream truck that came around here. It doesn't
I
anymore.
heard it when I lived in.
Was it a standard ice cream song?
No,
When-
they played like kids bop songs.
Really? When I
Yeah.
heard it, I still knew it was an ice cream truck.
Well, because who else runs around the street, like goes around the
Has
street
that
blasting
muffled-
kids bop?
that muffled sound.
It's like an air horn.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I can't even read that from here. One of those should say
No.
air
What are you
horn.
looking for?
No, not that one.
Ooh.
Maybe this one.
Oh, cool.
We're all demons now.
Am I a demon? I don't think I'm a demon.
There's a helium leak.
I think it's just you. What?
Oh, okay. I don't know why it's like that.
But I also have something to say to you, Matt.
What's that?
I want you to know that you are that I have ever met, and I wish you nothing but. And I just want to know, and I just want to say that.
Whoa! Ziff.
Nothing but good things, right?
All I have to say is this.
All right. We got sidetracked. What were we were talking about the ice cream truck?
Ice creams.
Bailey, what did you want to be when you were a kid? What was your dream?
Right.
I think I wanted to be a vet, and then I realized that a lot of bad things happened at the vet,
yeah,
and
you-
I was like, never mind.
Sure.
So by bad things, you mean like every movie when the criminal gets shot, they don't take them to the hospital. They break into the vet and then force them to
Exactly.
give them care.
Yeah?
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I figured. You know,
Like that one Trailer Park Boys episode? You just worried that Ricky and the crew were going
I
to show
remember
up?
that one.
I'm pretty sure they got a vet to stitch them up.
Makes me think of that episode of Pokemon where they couldn't get to the Pokemon Center, so they go to the doctor.
Oh, yeah, that guy was a dick.
And yeah, he was like hitting on Misty too, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And she was like 13.
sure.
And Pikachu had that big apple in his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he pulled it out.
it's. What,
Fuck
what,
yeah.
what do you guys think about the theory that Ash is really just in a coma?
No,
Because he did stay 9 years old for 13 years.
that's true.
Okay, hey,
And
you know what bugs me the most about that?
what bugs you the most?
So he was 10, right?
Okay, I got the
Right.
date
No, that's
wrong.
not a problem.
Sorry,
Not a problem. That's
my
not,
bad.
not a problem. That's not a problem.
I apologize to all the
Hey,
Pokemon fans.
it's
Cardinal
okay.
sin over here.
Yes. But you know what bugs me the most about that?
What bugs you the most?
There was one season. Starts off. They go, Ash Ketchum, 11-year-old boy. And we all went, finally! Woo, woo, woo. Next season starts off. Ash Ketchum, 10-year-old boy. What the?
So what you're telling me is
Mhm.
he's a time traveler.
Apparently.
So
Well, he
maybe
is.
Ash Ketchum is in. Maybe
Once
he's
he
in,
was.
He was once a time traveler.
I
But-
like that one.
maybe he's in the Doctor Who universe, right? Like,
You
because
think
how
there's
is
multiple Ash Ketchums?
I don't know, but a lot of if he is in a coma, because why was he? You know, and he can't remember enough people. Every city he goes, it's the same people in the city.
Right.
Right? It's like, why is there 30 Nurse Joys? Well, because he only knows the nurse that's at his hospital. That's the only nurse that he remembers, right?
Right.
So that's the theory is that
Yeah, I've heard the theory. It's fun. It's a fun one.
The Ho-Oh part too, where you only see Ho-Oh right before you die.
Is that a thing?
First episode, yeah. It's in
Shit.
it like the Pokedex entry.
Well, that
I'm
makes
pretty
sense
sure.
because it doesn't Ho-Oh like resurrect
yeah,
people.
yeah, we resurrected the dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's all come together.
so
I had a shiny Ho-Oh once.
Oh,
I think I
you-
told you about.
Yeah.
it. Yep.
and when you pulled it, were you worried that you were gonna die?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Which game?
It was the original gold, and I didn't even
Really?
realize that it was shiny until like I was older. But I remember it would pop out of the ball and the stars would come out, and I'm like, oh, it's just because it's Ho-Oh. He's just shiny.
shiny like
Yeah. And now I look back, I'm like, are you fucking for real?
that.
And it's gone. I definitely saved up
Sure,
that, but
Sure.
I had a few friends that did the shiny hunting Twitch streams.
Yep.
And for the ones that aren't shiny locked, to just sit there and reset your game 7,000 times and walk into the same cave, just hoping that it's shiny that time.
Right.
Like like, what's the difference between gambling? Oh, I guess no one loses money, right? Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved watching those videos of the people like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like the ponytail one, I think was the most famous
Sure,
one.
yeah.
And then I love that in Arceus. Arceus or Arceus? I never know how to say it.
I always say Arceus, but
They have
Nice.
the shiny ponyta as the first. And I hope so
Yeah.
bad that they did it
Probably.
because of that video.
yeah. You know what I like though? You ever seen those ones where they got like 16 Game Boy Advance all set
yeah.
up and it's like attached to one controller?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, they got it like I don't know. I think they use GameCubes to pull it off too, and it's like you control 16 versions of the
Oh my
game all at
God.
once just to shiny hunt.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool tech seeing it all set up.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember it wasn't that, but you know, if you remember, Twitch plays Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
So all the inputs were from Twitch chat.
Yeah,
So like it was literally everyone was playing the game together.
yeah, that was fun.
Oh, is that the one? Or no, I'm thinking of the fish. The fish that
Yeah,
eat.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
that was cool too.
But now that we're on the Pokemon trail, I haven't had one of these yet. I guess we should show the camera first.
They're pretty good.
It's a little delayed, but all right. So I saw these and immediately thought that they were Teddy Grahams.
They basically are.
And you know, Teddy Grahams used to be my favorite. Do you remember when Dunkaroos were like
Hell
Oh,
were like it was for me because again I'm a little bit older than you guys. It was my like that was like the school snack.
oh, I think
Everybody
it was.
wanted the Dunkaroos.
Wait, let's do a little Poke battle. I got
I
squirt.
beat
No,
you. Oh, I fucked you both. Oh no, wait.
he got a fucking.
Oh, that's right. It looked like
Yo,
Squirtle.
we
It
got-
looked like Squirtle from here.
I got the Squirtle.
Oh, and that matches you.
We got the-
and this is the one I always
we
get.
got
Did
the
you
perfect
notice
circle or square? or fucking
Firestarter?
triangle.
What color is your cable? And
Whoa!
And then-
dude!
and then if you look over here, my channel is
Whoa!
red.
I don't even think I've got Bulbasaur.
I
You
got a Squirtle.
and you
and
got
we
Charmander.
pulled the right
That's
combination.
wild.
It's not like I'm dressed to impress, right? So,
Are these all Squirtles? You did this on purpose.
hey, come on. No,
There's another Charmander. All right, let's see about these.
this is a Pokeball.
A Pokeball.
Okay, now, for comparison,
Oh, quickly about Dunkaroos. So they brought them back, right?
yeah,
Stupid expensive.
And they don't even taste the same.
They don't taste the same, and you get like the tiniest bit of dip. Messed up, man.
I didn't mind them when they brought them back, but if you go to the grocery store, there's kind of a hack to getting them for cheaper.
Excuse me. You just steal them?
No, so the ones where you buy singles, they're like a double shot. They're like the gram count is larger, but if you buy them in the bigger packages, there's less per pack, but they're significantly cheaper.
Huh.
So
They're exactly the same. I think they're like a slightly harder texture because these are thinner, I guess. I got a Pikachu.
Oh,
It tastes exactly the same.
I tried to share the link, and I just shared my own Twitch.
Wow.
I don't understand how to do this, apparently.
well, you can technically host from your.
What the frick?
Oh, hey, we should run a 1 minute ad break.
This is delicious.
I love them so much. This stream is not sponsored, by the way. BioSteel did not
We
give
really
us
wish that it was
any
though.
money, but if they would like to, they could send us stuff. That would be great. I wouldn't mind. But I was going to prepare a sponsor segment of products that didn't exist, but totally.
That's fun.
I had a computer meltdown today, so I didn't have a chance to get that ready. But
I like when Podcast the Hero says stuff like, "This podcast is sponsored by ham," and then just talk about ham for
Well-
like 5 minutes.
technically speaking, today's podcast is sponsored by underwear.
Oh?
2 out of 3 of the people on this podcast are wearing underwear right now. You can buy underwear at your favorite local clothing store.
You'll never guess who.
For sure. It's
You
been we've been trying to do this for a while now.
Eh? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say to me?
I was just asking if you like them.
I like them.
Nice.
I like them a lot. They're not too sweet. They have enough flavor to them, but they are exactly a Teddy Graham.
Yes.
I haven't got a. Oh, I was just gonna say I haven't got a Charmander, but look, there he is, my boy.
We gotta just get.
My boy.
We gotta just make like a nice little icing dip, and they're basically.
No, when we were, I got sidetracked, so I was going to mention that with the Dunkaroos. You just buy one of these, and then you would buy a tub of icing,
Yeah.
and you got to like skip the Dunkaroo tax.
Yeah.
The Dunkaroo tax. I love that.
That's what it is, right?
It is.
And everything nowadays it tastes different because there's less tasty chemicals in them.
Yeah, bring the tasty chemicals back.
Yum.
We don't care what they were doing to us. They were delicious.
Some tasty chemicals just exist in the wild. So
What kind of
I
wild
actually
tasty chemicals?
I actually found out how they made MSG the other day.
What is MSG?
Okay, so here's your hold on. And now for the knowledge truth. I don't know I didn't plan that at
I
all.
love that.
But so MSG is actually a flavor that's in seaweed.
It's a flavor in seaweed.
And the thing is, there's
How
some
come
people,
seaweed doesn't taste delicious?
but
then?
the thing is because it's not concentrated, right?
Okay.
And some people like certain types of seaweed and
Sure.
they use it as a wrap
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like sushi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they add salt and they mush the salt and the seaweed together, and the salt will extract the MSG from the seaweed
Right.
and move it to the salt. So all MSG is the naturally occurring flavor in some seaweed mixed with salt.
Okay.
And then that's what they use in a lot of food to give it like an added flavor.
Yeah, it's in like everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like everyone's like, oh, like we got to remove it because it's bad for you. Well, so is seaweed and salt,
Seaweed's bad for you.
and in the right concentrations.
Anything in too much concentration is bad.
Well, yeah, of course. If you eat a truck gallon of something, it's not going to be good for you. But you'd think seaweed.
Even water. Did you not hear about
Whoa.
that?
Yeah, you can die from too much
You ever
water.
heard of drowning?
It's even worse than that. They had a radio contest one time where it was how long could you hold your Wii for a Wii back when the Wii came out,
that's terrible.
and they were like consistently feeding them water or like feeding them. They were drinking water like on a regular basis.
But they have them in
And
like little hamster
Somebody
thing?
somebody actually got water poisoning
Yeah.
from drinking too much water,
Poisoning.
and all it is.
Intoxication, isn't it? Water intoxication
So
or
when
something?
when there's too much water in your system, you can't purify the impurities and they like leak out. Like it's literally water poisoning from having too much water because it's more water than your body can filter. And water is like the best thing for you. You're made of like however many % water.
I don't like the idea of leaking out.
Leaking out on the inside.
Yeah, leaking out on the inside doesn't sound good. Like, sure.
You're drowning from the inside.
Yeah, ugh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
You reminded me of people doing sauna competitions to see how long they could sit in a sauna, and the guy who won just like cooked themselves,
Just cooked
and he
himself.
died. Yeah.
But he was delicious.
But you don't even need a sauna anymore. You can just go to like Arizona with this current heat wave.
Yeah.
Their burn wards are all full of
Oh
people
my
who just
God.
fell and hit the pavement. Because not only is their temperature like 130 Fahrenheit, which is like 54 Celsius is the air temperature, because of the sunlight, the asphalt is even hotter than that. So people are getting burnt just from touching the ground for
Yeah.
seconds.
Yuck.
And the water is getting all soupy
Yeah.
Soupy.
because it's so hot.
In Florida, on the other side of the heat dome, the water's almost hot tub temperature.
Sorry,
The
rewind.
ocean.
Rewind. Heat dome.
Yeah, you know the heat dome.
No,
You ever heard about
I've
this?
never heard of the heat dome.
It's currently over Texas and Arizona and all those states. I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know what the states.
Why don't
are
they
where.
take the dome off?
Well, because the wind on this side is pushing this way, and the wind on this side is pushing this way, and the wind up here is pushing here, so it's just stuck there. So
Shit.
instead of having like a heat wave that's a few days, it's like a few weeks.
Sounds like an arena where they have some kind of fire Pokemon battle.
Well,
The Heat Dome.
Why doesn't the wind just go the other way?
Yeah, wind.
not only that, but I've only been to
You ever thought about blowing the other direction? What the fuck?
I've only been to Florida a couple times, and I've never been to Texas.
Okay.
But with some of the stories that I hear,
Mhm.
just living there could be like in a battle dome. You know, like
Sure.
some random guy would like run up and eat your face off. I heard about that about Florida.
Yeah.
And then you hear about like guns everywhere in Texas. Like so, like I mean, I could see either one of those states being a, you know, when they call them battleground states because of the elections.
Right.
I don't know if maybe there's other types of battleground states where you can just expect to like randomly run into a battle.
Right.
It's almost like Pokemon in real life, but you're not fighting with
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon because that's kind of illegal, fighting with animals in our world.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, but in Pokemon, perfectly fine.
I'm still stuck on the Heat Dome.
Welcome to the Heat Dome. Sorry.
Welcome to
If you're experiencing a heat stroke, please see your local doctor.
I really should have talked faster, like those disclaimers on the thing. So I heard you were talking about aliens the other day.
Yes.
So what has aliens on your mind? What's making you think of aliens?
So
Matt told me that someone sneezed on a rock and they were like, "Oh,
Right,
this
yeah.
jelly."
yeah.
So someone sneezed on a rock and then it was considered
No.
non-human
She's-
biological.
she fast forwarded to the end.
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is that she's giving me the like, you know, Cole's Notes version. of the
Yeah.
story, that it really focuses around somebody sneezing on a rock.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
All right. So let's hear the build up.
So apparently there was some big conference where a bunch of high-level government people were going to tell us about aliens, right?
So you're talking about the Senate committee
Is that what happened?
where they invited 3 witnesses and the senators on whatever committee. I don't know if there's a Senate committee on aliens or because it wasn't the defense committee. I don't know what committee did it, but I think it was the whistleblower committee actually was.
Some
talking
people-
I
about-
heard something. About
Some
that.
people said some things, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Aliens, let's look into this. And I forget how exactly their statement goes, but someone asked them, so like, what did you find? And they say, non-human biologics. Which is just... So they won't come out and say they found an alien body. They found some freaking jelly on a rock, some sneeze, little schmutz.
Well, you know why he couldn't say what it was, right?
Why?
Because it's classified.
Yeah, but
So every time any senator asked him a real question,
right.
his answer was, I cannot answer that in a public setting.
Yeah, but I don't like the word biologics.
Well,
Somebody
here's-
was eating a peanut butter jelly and the jelly fell off, and
I got a better answer for you.
You
on
got
what
it?
a non-human biological sample, or I don't know what his term was.
yeah,
But Neil deGrasse Tyson, he did a TikTok on it,
Mhm.
and he basically said, okay, so let's think of all the biological matter that we know on Earth.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of different, he called them kingdoms. So there's all the animal kingdoms. Well, humans are a small part of that. So if it was a cat,
Mhm.
that's a non-human biological matter.
Sure,
So is a plant.
sure.
Whether or not it gives you an effect when it's smoked, a plant is non-human biologic.
Right.
So are fish and like moss and mold.
Moss and
And
mold. Oh,
bacteria.
interesting. Yeah, bacteria, little germs.
There's actually non-human biological material inside humans because there's bacteria and stuff, right?
Sure.
So like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, what does it all mean, eh, Tom DeLong? Look, talking to you right
Is it
now,
like-
Tommy boy.
Is it like a color, or like, you know, like what, like is it? It didn't even say like carbon based or non-carbon based, like because
Right.
most of life on our planet is carbon based, like 99% of it is. So like, I mean, there's other ways he could have phrased it, but in that Senate committee. Like I didn't watch the whole thing because I was working, and sometimes I was listening to it, and sometimes I was like, listening to work because I can't like listen to something when my work involves audio.
Right.
So the thing is, there was 3 witnesses. I think 2 of them were pilots, and their footage is already out there, and they saw like really crazy stuff, and the things that they saw weren't easily explained by the laws of physics, let alone like what technology limitations we have.
One question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is one of those guys a peanut butter and jelly eater?
Were they peanut butter and jelly eaters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when it comes to the peanut butter and jelly,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the top tier sandwich.
You don't think it's a top? I'll agree with that. It's
So
not my favorite
even-
I
sandwich.
don't know about that.
I really
You
like-
think it might be?
It could be.
It could be the best sandwich.
I'm not saying for sure, but it's pretty high up there.
So when I have my peanut butter sandwiches, I like a little bit of honey, some bananas.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, there's a lot of things to put on a peanut butter sandwich other than just jam.
I like a good peanut butter banana.
Yeah, peanut butter, banana, a little touch of honey.
Yeah.
That's my top tier sandwich.
Okay, I got a question for both of you guys. So real quick,
All right, alien related or food related?
peanut butter related.
Peanut butter related. Hey, is peanut butter a non-human biological?
I think it is.
So did he just find a jar of peanut butter smeared on a wall or
Yes,
something?
that's what he found. Okay, though, what are we doing? Smooth, crunchy? What's the deal?
I'd usually go regular, but I like a crunchy one
Do you
every
like
once
it
in a
crunchy?
while.
Oh, no.
What's the
Even-
difference between smooth and the, like it's just softer?
I don't know. I don't
'Cause
know.
peanut butter's already pretty smooth.
Sure, I don't know the difference.
So
I just don't. What's Nate got to say?
So peanut butter and alien splooge.
He's my favorite.
I can't read that name from here.
Skerdillin.
Dylan.
Skerdillin.
So Dylan,
Skaforkadillin.
now is your peanut butter sandwich toasted?
Doesn't have to be.
If
But
it is very lightly, so it just has a little bit of crunch.
Okay.
I find I don't really like toasting bread. I like the taste of bread when it's good. The only time you toast bread is when
Yeah.
it's not good bread.
Okay.
So if it's not fresh premium bread, you got to toast it a bit. But if you just made homemade bread, or if you go to Subway and they just made this beautiful artisan bread,
Mhm.
and then you throw it in the toaster and destroy the flavor,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Every time I go to Subway, I never get it toasted.
Wait,
you
though.
want that like that's soft.
We're going so far off topic, Nate.
well,
You still haven't told me smooth or crunchy.
I'm even before I had the pre-diabetic diabetes.
Okay.
Always low sugar, smooth.
Okay.
But the
Oh.
If you both said crunchy, I was out of here.
What do you got against the crunchy?
Crunchy sucks.
Why?
Because I had some peanut butter once that I think had gone bad, and it was smooth. And when I took a bite of it, and it was like yuck. I was like, "Oh, that's what crunchy tastes like."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not a very fair
So it could have,
assumption to make.
but it could have been whoever used the peanut butter before you just got tons of crumbs in the
that
jar.
might
That's
have been it.
probably what it was.
So that's what
No.
crunchy tastes like.
No, crunchy is literally like bits of peanuts.
Crunchy
Peanuts are
peanut
delicious.
butter is like peanut butter cereal.
And you know the difference between the taste of peanut butter and a peanut?
Uh-huh.
It's like those two flavors mixed together. That's it.
Don't like it. Hate it. What'd you just say about cereal though? Because I got.
'Cause
Oh,
think about it. There's little crunchy bits in the crunchy peanut butter. So instead of milk,
Yes.
it's peanut butter, and
Yes.
instead of cereal, it's crunchy peanuts.
okay. That
So
brings,
crunchy peanut butter is just peanut butter cereal.
that brings me to another topic. You know what? I'm so sorry. I keep derailing everything.
This is chicken chat. We don't talk about one. Sometimes we have 3 conversations at the same
Sure.
time.
I don't even think we finished one
No.
conversation that we started.
Do you know what I tried the other day, guys?
What did you try?
Mystery milk.
Mystery milk?
Mystery milk. It was blue.
Ugh.
Was it like blue, like the blueberry cereal? Have you ever had that before?
No, it was like
Is that
blue, like Star Wars milk.
Is that what they found on the rock?
I think so.
The
I think so.
biologicals?
I think so.
You're just drinking biologicals.
The only time that person's ever seen blue milk was in Star Wars because he never had
Right.
the mystery milk. Because who would buy if
I
you're
would.
in the milk aisle
Uh-huh.
and one of the bottle says mystery with
That's
a question mark
exactly
on
what
it.
it says on it.
That's the one you're gonna buy.
I bought it the other day.
Did it taste good? What did it taste like?
Tasted like Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Like when you have Fruit Loops and then you eat them all and then you drink the
Yeah.
milk afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what it tasted like.
So it was just the loot box cereals,
Yeah.
the loot box milk is what you went for.
I went for the Loop Box milk.
So not only the blue, so they don't in Canada, in the States, they have it year round, but in Canada they only have it on Halloween time, and it's the guys who make Count Chocula.
Mhm.
They make a blueberry cereal, and they call it blueberry, and
Okay.
it turns the milk blue. And there's a Disney cereal too. I can't think of I just remember Mickey Mouse, but it also turns the milk blue. And that's the magical experience of the cereal. So I can see blue milk being a thing, but maybe one time just to trip you out, next time you're over, I'm going to put some food coloring in my milk and make it like green or something.
If you tell me it's mystery milk, I'll drink it. I also want to acknowledge Scaforla Dylan. He likes his toast slightly browned. and
That's what I agree. I agree with him.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be toast doesn't need to be super toasty. Just a little bit of crunch. But then the flavor is still there.
My daughter wants it like black.
What?
Yeah. She loves it like that.
Really?
Yeah, she's wild.
My girlfriend's mom is like that too. She constantly asks for, when we go to Tim Hortons, she wants her bagel double toasted.
Double toasted.
And I would say 9 times out of 10, she gets regular toasted. And the 1 time out of 10, they double toast mine instead of hers. Because that's happened more than once too.
Was this Tim Hortons?
Yeah, Tim Hortons.
You know what Tim Hortons did to me once?
They sold all your data.
I believe it, but you know what else they did to me?
What
Which
did
was
they-
even worse?
What did they do to you?
I went, middle of the night. I
Okay.
said, I would like a turkey sandwich.
So is this like midnight, 3 a.m.?
3
Or
a.m..
Okay,
3
3 a.m.
3
All right,
a.m..
Gotcha.
So I say, hey, I'd like a turkey sandwich.
They said, no, mate.
And I go around to pick it up. I open it up. It's got the lettuce. It's got the bacon. It's got the tomato. You know what's missing?
Gobble, gobble.
The gobble gobble.
No turkey.
No turkey.
But there was still bacon, so it wasn't like, maybe the turkey was still bacon.
I was outraged.
It's all of my bad dining experiences in the city or this area have been at Mom's restaurant.
Like like Mums.
Yeah, and again, that's my family's favorite place to have breakfast. And
Is it your mom's?
Well, it's not my mom's. It's a place called Mom's.
I know,
Actually,
but is
it's
it your
actually-
mom's favorite place to eat?
No, I think she likes Cora. I think it's her favorite breakfast
Cora,
place.
I don't either.
Remember, my mom's not from anywhere around here, so
Okay.
there's other towns that have more people in them and have real restaurants. Because we're in a small town.
So what happened to
It
you at
doesn't have a
Mom's?
lot. One time,
Okay.
my orange juice,
Hmm.
it was a screwdriver, and it wasn't the actual good screwdriver. There was a rusty screw
Oh,
Oh, no.
in my orange juice, and we didn't discover it until we got to the very
end?
bottom.
no, that's the worst.
Wow.
And it's like, have I had a tetanus shot right now?
Yeah.
Yuck.
And there's a few times where I really don't like eggs, and instead of saying hold the eggs, I ask for them on the side and then just give them to the table, right?
Yeah.
And more than one occasion, they forgot to side plate the eggs. I've had just stuff undercooked, just like it was almost like every week because we used to go there every Sunday.
Used to until all this.
Well, no, it was used to until we tried to eat better and not, and not spend as much money and
Wasn't
know.
the screw in your drink?
no, oh no,
That didn't stop anybody.
It happens.
Yeah, I know.
Food is an experience, but I like to experience my experience with more people and make a bigger experience,
Sure.
Yeah.
right? So I like to just, especially when the company's good, going out for food, it's not, down.
Mhm.
And it never stopped, although I did start convincing them to go to stacked instead of mums. So we go in there
Oh,
a
I
few,
like
and
stack.
Is that where we went?
yeah, that's where we went.
Stacked,
And
but not stackers.
not stacked.
Oh.
Stackers
Stacked.
Pancake House is something
Oh.
totally different.
What's the
Totally
one near
different.
Walmart?
And
That's the one at Walmart.
stacked is the
Near
one at
Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh, okay.
You been stacked?
I've been stacked.
And just
You've
if
been stackers?
when you go to stacked, just be careful of the calorie count.
Sure.
Oh, I don't.
Their waffles have the syrup is infused into the waffle. So they mix it in the batter, and then they put powdered sugar on top, and then they put whipped cream on top of the powdered sugar on top of the waffle. And that's how they give you your waffles.
Fuck yeah.
Give it to me.
What did I get last time?
You got some like big breakfast combo.
But it was like, I can't remember. It was all those things.
I think it was like
And then like maybe chocolate chips in it too. And
I got strawberry cheesecake pancakes when I was there, and it had these little like crumbles of like, I guess, cheesecake. But it was so freaking
that sounds delicious.
so far this is not chicken chat. This is food chat.
good. Yeah.
Well, we can bring it back to chicken.
No, we're gonna bring it back to the aliens.
Oh, aliens.
So they had two pilots that had experience with the like weird object. Then they had another guy who interviewed a bunch of guys and would say, I know for a fact this happened, but because this person told me. Like he had no firsthand knowledge.
Mm.
So it wasn't so much that the government was telling people that aliens exist. It was like the people that Joe Rogan normally interview were like, Congress they were trying to whistleblow and complain to the government and trying to say, hey, all this alien stuff's happening. So they finally gave them a chance to talk, but they didn't have any like specific evidence. They had no specific details. A lot of it was hearsay. The only two first-hand accounts were like pilots who, ran into weird objects moving
Yeah.
really weird. So it wasn't a lot of like, it was a lot of all over the place kind of stuff. So it wasn't a lot of new things. And I think that's why the world didn't like change.
Yeah, nobody cared really.
It wasn't like Independence Day where the aliens show up
right.
and then like everyone works together to like try and fight them off.
Mhm,
No, it
mhm.
was like,
That's what we want.
yeah, it was like Scary Movie 7 where like there was this quick scene about aliens and it goes back to how like crazy and ridiculous life is. That's what we got.
I will not believe Tom DeLonge until I see one of these.
The
These guys-
non-human biologics.
Yeah, not just some jelly sandwich that fell on the carpet.
I like that Teddy Grahams in French is P-tits our sons.
P-tits.
I just can't take my focus away from that right now.
P-tits.
I like that in French, honey is like meow.
Meal.
So I was like, oh wow, this is just like cornmeal. Like we have animal feed in the form of cookies. Like that's what we're feeding our kids these days. Says the like old adults that are eating Teddy Grahams on the stream.
They're delicious though.
Yeah, well, it's definitely an awesome food that everyone appreciates. So yeah, so that alien thing was like, but also it explains why Blink-182 went on hiatus for so long
Yeah, he was hunting them.
because he left to hunt aliens.
Yeah, nothing to do with the drugs he got addicted to.
And I figured if anyone would go and hunt aliens, it'd be like Will Smith or something, right?
Yeah,
But,
he's
yeah.
pretty out there these days.
Yeah, like maybe like an encounter with an alien kind of caused him to like lose his judgment for a short period of time.
Sure.
And then because it's not like everyone wants to walk up on stage and slap the person that's presenting, right?
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. If
Oh.
an alien showed up right here,
Mhm.
spaceship UFO lands in the driveway,
Okay. Wait.
little green and gray, because we're not
They're not sucking me up.
we're not like
kinda wanna be sucked
discriminatory
up.
against our aliens. So there's a green and a gray alien,
Green and gray. I've heard of these grays.
and they walk in here.
They're together.
and-
They're friends.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
and they offer you
And alien racism.
They offer you some fried chicken, but it's
Okay.
and they tell you that it's the alien version of Dixie Lee. Are you trying it?
They got sauce or no sauce?
Why do you always go to the sauce?
Because Mom never got no sauce.
If it's good enough, you don't need sauce.
It's not good enough.
You eat
Maybe the sauce would save it.
deep fried chicken with sauce. Is that people normally do that?
I want to know what. Okay.
Sometimes you get that like sauced and tossed chicken strips at restaurants.
Yeah,
right?
a chicken strip, but like a whole thing of how are you gonna even dip that?
I don't like.
Bailey,
deep
he
fried
uses his paintbrushes and he just
So it's
brushes
not
the sauce
So it's
on.
not the bones. It's
not the bones.
It's the deep fried.
Yeah,
It's-
boring.
It's not. There's not enough sauce in it.
It's not sauce. It needs to be saucy.
It doesn't. No,
What do you mean no?
I think you should give it a try.
Hey,
I thought you liked KFC.
Dylan
I don't. Not really. No. Oh,
Dylan
Dylan's
has a good point here.
It's good to discover Dylan's back. It's that. Is that why Tom's back in Blink? He came back because he knew the government was finally going to confirm the existence of the little green guys.
A little green guy.
His job was done, I guess.
What's that? Aliens is real lyrics. What if they're alien? I don't remember how the song goes, but
Hey, Mom, there's something in the back room.
so I really think that is it's definitely it.
That's
But the thing is, like, I was like, oh, that's a funny song about aliens. These guys are jokers. I didn't expect him to like
He
leave
was
the
for
band
real.
and spend all of his money hunting down aliens.
Do you think what if he wrote that song as a joke? And then he's like, I'm committing my life to this now.
Well, as my personal favorite philosopher and also rapper from Toronto likes to say, if it rhymes, it's real.
Oh.
Shit.
And that's his spiel. If it rhymes, it's real.
I'm
And-
down with that.
And it's really funny because the song's all about, like the even weird things like dessert for salad are still valid because if you rhyme it, it's real. That's those are the laws, right?
Damn. Hey, I've been trying this salad thing lately.
Do you need to put sauce in your salad too?
I do.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
Oh, so when it's in the salad, it's fine, but when it's on the chicken, I don't eat it.
When
Yeah.
Matt's offended, the decibel meter gets angry.
It's angry with me.
Oh,
Whoa.
it got real angry for a minute.
Whoa.
I don't even remember what I had topics planned, but we got so like we got so sidetracked.
What have we talked about today? Aliens, chicken. We did the little cookies.
How do you feel about video games nowadays?
I like
Are you
video
gonna
games.
play? Are you gonna play Baldur's Gate?
I hear you get to have sex with a bear.
I have not heard that yet.
You
but
can
I'm
have sex with a
also
bear.
wondering why that's not in the marketing materials.
Like just a regular bear.
It's a druid that turned into a bear.
A druid that turned into does that still make it bestiality if it's a person that's morphed into an animal?
No. I'm going to say it's not.
All right.
I also hear that everybody's getting freaked out because all the peoples are naked in it. Like your character creator screen comes up and you're like just nude.
Yeah, but what have you seen Cyberpunk?
Yeah, there's some schlongs in that.
Yeah, you get to choose the size.
Yeah.
So how is that any different? But
I think it's just people didn't expect it.
I think it's really interesting because it's a very complicated system because it uses real Dungeons and Dragons rules.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge game. Like there's no Metacritic score still because it's over 100 hours to complete the story.
Right.
And most games these days, how long did it take you to beat Pokemon?
I'd say 20, 25 hours. 20 to 25 hours.
25 hours? And
Something like that.
Did you like gun ho towards the story or did you?
I gun hoed. Yeah, I gun hoed.
Because like I took.
Am I allowed to say that? That feels weird.
Say what? Gun ho?
I gun hoed it.
You gun hoed it?
I hold that gun hold. I gun hold that bitch.
Well, remember what I said, that you are a completely person and you are completely up.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Knowing that you can have sexual relations with a bear, do you want to play it now?
I'm in. It's kind of weird. I don't like playing games that aren't multiplayer, and I don't know a lot about it.
It is multiplayer.
I didn't know. Like, I haven't looked into it at all. I hear everyone, because like on Friday they hit 400 and something thousand concurrent players, which is like the 10th highest ever. And most of the games that are above them are like free to play style games or like whatever. But I don't have time for a 100-hour story game anymore. I still haven't hit like 100 in Diablo.
Yeah.
And I
I feel like you have.
No, I haven't.
No, believe
my
it.
main character,
Okay.
what we were playing together,
Sure.
I think I think I might have just hit 70. I think I might be like 74.
You're hitting 100 if you're hitting level 70.
What? That's as far as I got. And then on the season 1, I got to like 50 something, and then I just kind of like got bored.
Sure.
I haven't played Rocket League in like months, and that's
You
my favorite
still
game.
I think you're dancing around the question, Nate.
I don't have time for it.
Do you want
When am I gonna play it? You know, I bought an electric drum set that I have less than 5 hours in.
Nate?
I bought a keyboard that I have like less than 10 hours on.
Nate, do you want to have sex with a bear?
Oh, I thought you were saying, do I want to buy the video game?
No,
Because in real life,
yeah.
I think I would lose a few limbs.
But it's a people bear.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you get spicy and things happen.
Sure.
You know, like,
yeah, okay.
and
Yeah, maybe if they're new to being a bear, they haven't figured out their strength yet.
Yeah, like there's a lot of downside there, right?
Sure.
And like, you know, bears might think human flesh is tasty, you know, like because like when you change into an animal, do you develop their like sensories?
Right. They just can't control.
There could be so much. There's so much undiscovered. Like, you know, we need to do some scientific research, and I, for one, am not volunteering for that scientific research.
Bill, how do you feel about this video game?
I don't know. The bear part sounds kind of cool.
Oh, really? Interesting. I don't know if being my sister-in-law, I don't know if I want to go down that road with you and hear about all those, but that's something. That's something.
Yeah, like I don't like video games are so like it's like there's a new game out every couple months. There's actually new games out every month, but
Every
like,
day.
there's something that I want to play that comes out every month. And then sometimes it's really like you get so excited for a game. You know what the most excited I've ever been for a video game is ever?
What's that?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, no.
And even though No Man's Sky has turned it around, it is a much better game today than when it first came out.
Right.
This game, I was so excited that I was like literally having dreams about it. I was thinking about it. I was like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go?
Yep.
You know, like, how do I want to go about this? Like, that's the kind of, you know, like I was all in. And then when the game came out, it felt like it was like a $20 game you buy off Steam and play once. And I didn't care. I trucked it out for a while. I think I actually convinced one of my brothers to play it, which was really bad because I convinced them to play it.
No.
And then it turned out to be a giant pile of garbage. Sure. So like that didn't help at all.
Okay.
But yeah, like I got so hyped for that game. So my question is what media, we don't have to limit it to video games, but what media had you that hyped and excited that you thought about it hours on end before it came out?
I mean, it's probably the same for me, video games.
Is there one in particular that like, because I know you like to take a few days off work when a game comes out that you so which one had you?
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. And it lived up to it. Game of the century.
What about Bailey? Is there a video game, a movie?
I'm not much of a movie watcher, but yeah, I get excited about video games.
What has excited you recently?
Well, the Harvest Moon remake, I was really
Yeah.
excited about, and then they're making an actual Harvest Moon, like a new Harvest Moon game coming out. I'm really excited about that.
You like them cows and chickens?
I like the farm,
Sure.
which reminds me, I heard the other day that there's an Easter egg in Stardew Valley that has never been discovered.
Really?
Yeah, and
Says who?
says
Concerned Ape?
And he said that it was so long ago he doesn't think anyone will ever discover it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So do I hear that's what
The
you want to
Barbie
do when
movie.
you grow up?
Yo, we were supposed to go see the Barbie movie.
Me?
Yeah, me, you,
I want
Susie.
to. I want to.
Well,
Did you hear what the Barbie movie caused?
no.
A statistical rise in divorces right after the Barbie movie.
Really?
Because the Barbie movie
It's changing lives.
It's not really meant for kids. There's a lot of
Right.
like
I read
adult
that.
themes and expectations and stuff about it.
Yeah,
I-
my buddy tells me they're at the beach and they're saying, "Hey, man, you want me to beach you off?" That's what he told me.
I-
really?
Yeah.
So Becky went to see it without me. She had it was a girls' night, so it kind of makes
Divorce.
sense.
Sure.
And I recently watched Oppenheimer, and I thought it was going to be better, but also
Oh, you didn't like it?
I knew a lot about like the history behind it, anyways. So like,
Bombs?
that wasn't really new to me.
Is that what's going on there? Bombs?
Well, no, I knew that he
Bombs?
he was actually
Is it a bomb? It's not about.
and so Oppenheimer is the guy who was in charge of the Manhattan Project.
What's that? The
That's the
Godzilla?
project where they made the nuclear. This is real life. So if there's a Godzilla in real life,
No, I'm just fucking around. No, but there's bomb, nuclear bomb.
yeah, nuclear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got some.
The guy who and nuclear bombs
With math-
lead to
what-
genetic manipulation, and maybe Godzilla is a documentary from the future. And it just hasn't happened yet.
And it's
Because-
Matthew. What's that guy's name from Friends?
Matthew Paget?
No.
Matthew McConaughey,
Not Matthew McConaughey.
Matt Smith.
The guy who plays Joey.
Hey,
Isn't he in Godzilla? He's going to save us, right?
You know stuff about Friends?
Sure.
You're a Friends guy?
I mean, I've watched all of it. I wouldn't say it's the greatest sitcom to ever exist, but pretty good.
Did you buy the Lego set?
No, I did not buy the Lego set.
Did you think about it?
No.
Did you have to put it on the shelf?
I mean, I would. Sue's is the residential Friends, and I'll say it's okay. It's not bad.
Most sitcoms, whether they're good or bad, there's a team of writers, so there's
Matt
always
LeBlanc.
like jokes that hit.
Sure.
You know, right? Like
Matt LeBlanc, is that his name? Thank you, Skadillin.
Skedaddle.
Thank you.
Skadillin, Skedaddle.
Matt LeBlanc, he was in the Godzilla movie, right? Back in the 90s.
Oh, is that like the main guy?
No, I don't think he's the main guy. But
Oh,
he's in
okay.
there.
Did you know that the main guy in that Godzilla, I think we're talking about the same one?
The guy in the big Godzilla costume, or
No, the main guy in the one that came out in like 1998 or something. He's the voice of Simba.
oh really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I would always hear Simba's voice, and I'm like, man, that's such a nice, familiar voice. Or
Right.
it's the same, yeah.
Your brain is saying thank you for saving us from Godzilla.
Yeah. Or maybe I switched it in my brain.
Is Matthew Broderick? Is he the main guy? Who is the main
Yeah,
guy?
that's Simba.
It's him?
No, that's Simba and Godzilla guy.
Godzilla guy.
He's got a nice, soothing voice.
Sure. He's a nice man.
He does look like a sweet boy.
He does look like a very sweet boy.
Except I'm not showing this on
Boyish
stream.
charm.
No, we know.
I-
Everybody
I
knows who
could.
Matthew Broderick is.
Yeah.
Going forward, there's going to be some improvements that I can put my.
You can put a
computer
thing up there?
and yeah,
Sure.
But I honestly, I got this yesterday.
Do you know Skadillin?
I do.
You know Skadillin.
Kinda.
Good guy?
Over the internet.
Yeah?
He shares good memes.
Good memes, a memer.
We're in the same meme-averse. I feel
Really?
like. Yeah.
And he's the #1 Chicken Chat fan.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hell yeah, dude.
Welcome.
The only people I've met are through like from your friend group, for the most part, that aren't family is the people that play Diablo.
Sure.
Does Dylan play Diablo?
I don't know. Probably. I feel like he would.
You play Diablo, Dylan?
I don't know nothing.
Okay, so with that, before he answers, what class is he? Do you think Dylan's a sorcerer, barbarian? Did he pick a druid?
Let's see. He like slightly
Is he
brown
like
toast.
Heavy metal, burnt toast, so he's a necromancer?
He knows Tom.
Or he's an assassin? Because he knew why Tom left the band and came back?
Barbie movie. And Matt LeBlanc. Let me see. He's a barbarian.
He's a barbarian. I wouldn't. I don't know.
Female barbarian.
Even before I heard that the Barbie movie was not really geared towards kids, I wouldn't mind. Like, it seemed like all right, and I probably gonna see it at some point. But like, it's kind of weird that they did that, because nowadays a lot of the things that we liked when we were kids, when they remake them, they're not made for us. They're made for kids of our generation. And like, let's take Reboot for example. When I heard Reboot was being rebooted,
right?
I was super excited,
right? And
then when it turned out to be like, you know, the Dollarama version of Power Rangers and not Reboot at all, I was sad.
That.
I was very sad. Oh, that's not the right one.
What you want?
I wanted the trombone.
Shit, I was just about to say something. Fuck.
What
was it?
Think really hard.
Oh, I'm excited for the Barbie movie. I'll tell you why. Because
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I've got a young daughter.
It's fantastic.
And I don't care what anyone says. Barbie in the Dream House. It's a show on Netflix. Top fucking tier.
I feel like I've watched it when I've been over there, and I was enjoying it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh,
What's this going on?
No, it was nothing.
We got a bonk?
we got bonked.
What does bonk mean?
I don't know. Let's go.
Is
back.
that bad? Did we do
No,
something?
no. We didn't do anything. We're good. It looked like I had an alert that didn't play, because when somebody like subscribes or like whatever, like pops up on the screen. So it
And
like
Skadillin hasn't subscribed yet? What the frick, dude? I thought you were our number one fan. What are we even doing here, guys?
I don't even know what we're doing here.
I love it.
I think we touched on all the topics I wanted to talk about, but we didn't finish any of them.
That's fine by me. I think we learned a lot today.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I feel like we haven't heard enough from Bale.
So, Bale, what do you want to talk about? Pretend this is Chicken Chat, and you're gonna share some.
What's that look for?
That was my brain
She
trying to.
just eyebrowed me. What the frick? I give you an opening to bring up a topic of your choosing, and you hit me with those frickin' eyebrows?
And then she goes, "Say what?"
I try.
I was just ready to talk about how good Dixie Lee was.
That's your sole purpose for being here.
Yeah, they got really crunchy fries and the best gravy I've ever tasted.
Their gravy
On top of
is really
how
good,
their chicken is.
but
Yeah.
it is a little salty sometimes.
I like it. I'm there for this.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
Dixie Lee.
Oh, there was something I wanted to.
Skadillin! Skadilliner! I didn't even realize there's an R in the end there.
Oh, look at that! We got a sub and a gift sub.
Aww.
We
That's nice.
greatly appreciate that.
Hell
and a follow.
yeah.
All of the alerts. All at
There's
the
a
same
zombie
time.
boy.
That's my channel's alerts.
Sure.
I just didn't make new ones for Chicken Chat because
I like it.
I have been trying to work on some Chicken Chat art. So like
I like that one that you showed
so we
us.
have the starting soon. And then I have my
Oh wait, you know my favorite? Can you bring
Oh.
it back? Just
be right
just
back.
for-
Oh, you want
Can you still hear us? when
Oh
we-
yeah, we can still
You know
hear
my
us.
favorite part is that one with the hand.
It's a
Yeah.
random name.
Yeah.
So these are all
I like that guy's got 2 microphones too.
these are all generated from ChatGPT.
Sure.
And I tried really, really hard to get usable. It took a few tries because the first thing I said was a bunch of chickens started a podcast. And it gave me a bunch of chickens, and it's like chit chat cast, coop cat. Like it wanted to put like words over them, but all the words were spelt wrong. And they were giving me like actual chickens, like what looked like what a chicken would look like on a farm. So then I'm like, no, make it a human chicken hybrid. And then it gave me like very cartoonish abstract chickens, but with like extreme realistic human eyes for some reason. So then I was like,
I want to see all those.
yeah, we can maybe on the next chicken chat we'll go through the evolution of our artwork.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I went with chicken human hybrids with headsets and microphones. And that's where I got that from. And our Be Right Back screen, this one was a chicken with a rocket launcher in watercolor style. Is how I got this.
Okay.
So I tried. And the thing
It's
is,
great. I like it.
I would have actually preferred to like make artwork and stuff, but
Right.
we kind of like,
You mean support real artists? Who would do such a thing?
so I ran into Bailey
Those
randomly on
freaking hippies.
last Saturday,
Yeah.
and Bailey was like, yeah, let's make a podcast. I'm like, I've been trying to get you guys to do that for like forever now. And then I like talked to Matt, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it this weekend because like this is when we're available. And then I literally started making artwork yesterday. So maybe the day before, I don't remember. So I had like 48 hours to put everything together. So it was kind of
It's beautiful.
yeah, but I actually have more than what you've seen.
Me?
I have more.
You showed me a bunch.
Me?
Yeah, like and
I know Bailey don't be paying attention to nothing.
but yeah, like that's where it came from. And the thing is, like, just to do this, have some fun, and see where it goes. Because I also plan on putting all this on, like, taking the VOD and the recording. Eventually, I'm gonna be able to record right into here. I just don't have an SD card yet, and just chop it up onto YouTube, right? Like, and then the more you do, the longer it goes. Like, who knows what it becomes?
I got a
Chicken
question.
Chat might be worldwide.
I got a question.
All right, what's your question?
We putting it on the Spotify's?
We could, but we're not going to use DistroKid because I don't want to be copyright striked on my own with my own content. Because
Fair.
how many times has that happened to you? I was gonna load some Lost Below songs in here,
Right.
But I was like, am my VOD gonna be taken
The
down?
new
Or are we
stuff?
gonna be like taken off?
It seems to always fine on Twitch. Twitch is cool for some reason. My newest, I found a solution.
You found a solution.
I don't upload any of my music to anywhere except for Spotify and iTunes. So my new music, totally fine. You can put that anywhere. Any older stuff? Nope. It sucks.
That I can't. The one that I like too is the one where it was like the piano and like you had like the backup vocals. Like I think Becky and Dave and a few other people are on it.
Oh, the waiting room.
Yeah, the way I was trying to think of, like, it made me think of the waiting line from like 07. I was like, oh, that's not it. It's the waiting something. That's actually one of my favorite songs that you have.
Thank you. I like that
that's
one,
not
too.
a newer song. So
I know.
it's like if that was because right now the stock one is this.
This is kind of bumping.
Yeah, but this is the stock road thing. Like everyone can use it. Right. So we need to do.
Oh, I was just about to
So what
pick up.
what we need to do is we need to make a new song, and we need to make it as chickeny as possible. Maybe like the chicken dance, but we use the automaton.
This guy?
Yeah, we use the automaton,
I'll write one right now.
and then do I have it set up so I can just clip? Not yet.
There it is.
So, but learn how to play the chicken dance song on that. And then
That was it, right?
And then, then we'd have our own little intro song, right? But I was gonna take one of your songs, and it was just like,
You're gonna take one of my songs?
dude, I haven't paid you for the newest one,
Take it
but I've
hostage?
definitely given you. I've definitely paid for your
I've
material
got a very something skills.
because I don't like to take people's stuff for free.
Nate, you know what I'm talking about, right? The guy. Yeah, I've got a very something skill.
The taken.
Yeah, what does he say?
It's like I don't know.
I've got some skills, man.
I don't know who you are, but I don't know where you are. But I'm gonna find.
I'm gonna find you. You've kidnapped my song.
I have
You
kidnapped.
know what I'm talking about? There's a guy.
Is that with Liam Neeson?
Yeah, we're there.
I think I've seen part of that.
Wow.
I just don't remember anything. of it.
He says something about getting a guy.
Sweet.
Sweet, yeah, dude.
If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you, I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
There it is.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that will be
Oh, you.
The end of it.
Oh, thanks, Skadilner.
After I said that. I didn't finish. I just pulled the first little.
Speaking about like action-y movies, about that. You watched the John Wick?
Yeah, I have watched it.
Suze won't let us watch it
Why?
because the doggo dies at the beginning.
Oh, so you're talking about like number one?
I haven't even seen number one
What?
because the doggo dies.
Okay. Next time that you have some time available,
Sure.
we will have a John Wick marathon.
Yeah.
I'll get them all.
Does a
Watch-
dog die in every movie?
Well, no.
Multiple dogs. Sounds like multiple dogs die.
There are. But anyways,
Why?
Why do they die?
Why did so many dogs dying?
It's just grounding them up. Dog soup.
Bailey, have you not seen any of the John Wick?
No, I don't. I haven't seen a
What?
lot of things.
Keanu Reeves.
I
It's-
don't even. Oh, him.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
It's like imagine if Neo was in the real world and
The
was
bird?
part of an underground assassin community. That is literally what it is.
Who's Neil?
The chosen one.
What?
Morpheus found him. Inside the like machine, the hive mind. What did they call it? It was like
What is happening?
the Matrix.
Was this from The Matrix?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, Nate, are you okay? I
What's
think we've lost you.
what's wrong with you?
I've seen it once, and I kind of wasn't.
The Matrix.
Yeah,
I
same.
kind of wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
Well, the thing
that was my experience.
when you
too.
when you rewatch it today,
Mhm.
it's not the same as it was back then.
Yeah.
Because back then it was literally like the pinnacle of special effects.
Sure,
it was like
sure.
that generation's Avatar, right? Like it was
Yeah.
literally like beyond anything that was really in movies at the time. And when it comes to like, I don't even know what would be our version of Avatar. Avatar.
Avatar.
The Way of Water was actually looked pretty
It
good.
was
too.
pretty.
I haven't seen that. I really want to though.
Pretty.
I like the
It's
first.
It's not like the greatest storytelling ever imaginable, but it is pretty.
Okay, but the first Avatar is just a retelling of Pocahontas.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, what were you expecting from a story from Avatar 2?
Well, I wasn't expecting much. I just wanted to look at pretty water.
And there's a whale apparently.
Yeah, there's a whale.
I like whales.
There's a few
Really?
whales.
What's your favorite whale?
The big blue one.
The blue
The
whale.
great blue whale.
It's not
Beluga?
the killer whales that are taking apart people's yachts.
That's pretty sick.
Did you hear
too.
about that?
I did hear about that.
Bunch of rich people with like multi-million-dollar yachts, and the whales are mad, and they're just ripping off their rudders and fins and stuff.
Huh.
It's just like,
yeah.
Do you know that whales are closely related to hippos and also to cows?
And hippos are the most deadly animal, followed by cows.
Oh.
So that would make
What?
sense.
And now whales are joining in the club.
Yeah, no, seriously, hippos kill the most
I believe
humans
hippos. I believe hippos. What's
And-
what's going on with cows though?
because how many cows exist and how many people work near cows? How many farmers are there? And how
And they're
many?
big.
And you,
So it's
when
just
you're,
the sheer numbers.
it is the sheer numbers. But then it's like, do they count mosquitoes in this?
In cows?
No. Well, I don't.
Inside the cows?
Do you count the mosquito? But like mosquitoes kill a lot of people, but they
Yeah.
kill them through
Oh, I
like
see.
diseases, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
But
different type of.
Who gets
yeah.
credit for that kill? Is it
It's
the
probably harder to keep track too. How many did one mosquito kill?
yeah? Because is it malaria? Like is it
I don't think we weren't ever giving individual points to each cow. We were just cows kill as a whole.
It made sense in my head.
But same thing with mosquitoes, right?
Yeah.
When a human dies, who gets the loot? Who gets the experience? Does it go to the mosquito or does it go to malaria?
Their kill
Right,
death rate,
right.
yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like, well, their kill death ratio would be bad because well, mosquitoes die all the time. But I
Yeah.
mean, like,
But
Yeah.
well, but then are we talking about one particular mosquito, or the mosquitoes as a species?
yeah, because if one mosquito had malaria and took out a few people,
Good,
Can
he
you-
would have a good kill death ratio.
good, Katie.
Can you only get malaria from a mosquito?
No.
See there, that makes it difficult to figure out how many a mosquito. I think that's where my brain was going. And it just didn't compute.
Yeah. You had to reboot. Have you tried?
Reboot.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Many
I love
times.
reboot. I think was one of the pinnacle of animation for me.
Hell yeah.
I loved it so much. I was really disappointed. And you know how like it got really dark after season
Oh, I
one?
loved it.
Well, do you know the story on why that happened?
Did they do it all because of the voice actor change?
No, so season 1, it was aired on ABC or it was NBC, whatever. It was aired on an American network, and that American network wanted them to make G/PG, but mostly G content. So the reason why it wasn't so violent is because it was played in America. Now it just makes no sense, but hear me out.
Hearing you.
Once it was no longer aired in America,
Yeah.
you know, the place where us Canadians think is very violent,
We're violent.
they were allowed to up the violence because they didn't have to be G anymore. They could be PG. So because or PG-13, I don't know, whatever rating it was.
Sure.
So because the rating increased, they were able to bring more like conflict.
Hell yeah.
And we all know that conflict makes the greatest things.
I loved it. I love that show. You watch it? Are you familiar with Reboot?
Not really. I just remember you watching it.
You never tuned in, eh? You know what Bailey was though? She was all about SpongeBob. She was a SpongeBob person.
Who lives in
Still-
a pineapple under the
Still
sea?
am.
SpongeBob
SquarePants.
Oh, where's that? Fine.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I don't know why that only changes mine. I probably have to
There's probably a thing.
settings
Or
and yeah, but whatever.
Man, that show's hilarious.
It's good.
I recommend. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
You know what though, and I've said this 1,000 times. Season 1, 2, or whatever, I loved. But as soon as they turn into Ren and Stimpy,
Yeah, I know. I'm not down with that. either.
right,
It gets gross. Like there's some episodes that are just like.
right.
But yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
Is it 3?
There's a couple good ones in 4. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But there's some really good jokes in there.
Oh, for sure.
Are you ready for something that's going to blow your mind?
What?
Story time.
Story time with Nate.
The combination.
Do we have I feel like we should have a little song for that.
It's story time. So the combination of SpongeBob and Powerpuff Girls almost killed me
Like,
in real life.
what do you mean?
So
He's getting to it.
I'm just
in high school, we were kind of the characters, and we did a lot of nice things for the teachers.
You were the
And not because we were doing nice things for teachers, it's because that's how we got away with not being suspended. Because everyone liked us. So when we did something really bad, everyone laughed.
Okay.
Instead of like, you're suspended, it's like, oh my God, not again. Like, you know, like that was the kind of like.
you jokesters.
So we basically bribed everyone so that when we did stupid stuff, we didn't have to, you know, reap the consequences.
Yep.
So I had a teacher who one day we duct taped 2 desks together.
Okay.
And we did this after we moved the desk because we were working on a group project. And then we left it that way so that when the next class came in and some poor kid's desk was taped in a different aisle, he couldn't like bring it back. And they didn't know it was us, but they were pretty sure it was us.
Couple
So
scoundrels.
I had to like
crap.
getting good with this teacher. So this teacher really liked SpongeBob and Powerpuff Girls.
Hell yeah.
So we went to like it was this music store in Barrie. It was like Rainbow Records or something like that.
Okay.
So we went and got some SpongeBob and Powerpuff Girl posters. And it was me and a friend, and he's driving. We're heading back to school, and the posters were between the two seats. And there was like he had to make a quick like turn because somebody else on the road did something stupid. But when he did that, his elbow went up, and it pushed the posters over his elbow and into the steering wheel. And then it hit the ground and locked the steering wheel while he was swerving to avoid a car that just slammed on the brakes. And now his steering wheel's locked. So he's trying to go back into his lane. And then we went into the other lane. And there's this like big, like ridiculously, probably a Donald Trump fan guy driving this huge truck that was like 8 times the size of our car. And the cars ended up hitting each other. Both cars were braking. So it was like when they hit each other, there was no marks. They didn't even take exchange insurance. Like it was like the smallest little bump, but like a little bit more velocity from either vehicle. And that could have been the end of it. And it was a SpongeBob SquarePants and a Powerpuff Girl poster
God,
that caused that.
Jeez.
that's wild.
Yeah, it was not the only time that something like that's happened to me, but definitely the first time I had a near-death experience.
Fair. So who's your Powerpuff Girl then?
The green one. I can't
The
think
green
of their
one,
names.
Grumpy.
The attitude.
Attitude.
The like, yeah, I'm, like
There's
I don't need to be the
I
leader.
think that's Buttercup.
Buttercup.
I think so.
What is
No, Buttercup's the red one. And then
I want to say the
Bubbles.
Oh, okay. Buttercup, Bubbles. What are the names? Let's find out.
Blossom
Jojo.
Oh, I love
was the pink one. Bubbles was the blue one, and Buttercup was the green one. So
What's
Butter.
the first one?
Blossom.
Blossom. I feel like I missed out. I think when I was little, I was like, Powerpuff Girls are
Really?
stupid. Because I was trying to be all like
Interesting.
tomboy.
Yeah.
And then now looking back, I'm like,
You know what my favorite part of Powerpuff Girls was?
Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, Mojo Jojo was great. No, but their whatever catastrophe was happening in the town at that time, right? Cities were on fire. Buildings crumbling down. Thousands of people dead. Every single episode. And they just ignore it. Like there was atrocities happening in Powerpuff Girls, and that it's just never brought up. I just love the fact they completely ignore. This is like you see someone in the window as the place is
Oh my God.
crumbling down, and on to the next episode.
That joke is actually played out a lot, and it's in some media, like in the Avengers, or like you guys destroy New York, or we gotta
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, well, like what's the alternative? Would you rather be like ruled by a bunch of aliens who
Or
like,
Mojo Jojo.
Well, I don't know if that'd be better or worse than some of the governments that we have around the world.
Sure. Yeah. No.
But I
Mojo
mean-
Jojo for president.
Really? You're behind Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, but would
You're
you
part of the Green Gang, are you?
would you be behind Loki for president though, or what about Thanos? Because those are two options that
Oh, I thought you were talking about your cat. I was like, yes.
We'll
No.
follow that cat to the end of the world.
My cat Loki, if
Loki for president.
if she was president, she everyone would have to feed her nonstop.
Oh, the
She's
tasty treats.
definitely
No, that's
food
fine.
motivated.
Before we get too far off of Powerpuff Girls,
Girls?
I'm pretty sure the mayor in that is Tom Kenny, who does the voice of
Oh, yeah.
SpongeBob. Fucking Tom Kenny is my hero.
Oh, the mayor was hilarious
yeah,
too.
and his wife that was so tall you could never see her head.
Yeah, fuck. That was.
Oh.
What was the mayor's name?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mayor of Townsville, I thought.
That's just his name. That's his.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
don't ever really say a name.
Oh, Tommy. I can
the
now.
mayor must not be in a lot of episodes because I'm on like
He's-
the 30th character and there's no mayor.
I can like identify Tom's voice now so well.
Can you?
My brain's like programmed
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Now, is that because like most good like voice actors can do lots of voices, but he can only do one voice?
No, he can do lots of them.
But you can like
Yeah.
distinguish all of it. So can
Well,
you really change his voice
the-
if you know it's him all the
The
time?
thing is, though, that's a good point. But he'll do a lot of different voices like throughout an episode, and you won't even realize that it's him. Like he's Patchy the Pirate also in SpongeBob. He does Gary. He does a lot of like the side characters. He does so many voices in Adventure Time. Like he's half of the
Right.
cast. But I think Billy West is.
Yeah, that was
he's the best.
Yeah, but
at it.
that was my
Yeah.
question. Is it Billy West or is it what's the Tom Kenny? What's the
question?
What's the SpongeBob guy?
Tom Kenny.
Billy West is number one?
I'm emotionally attached to Tom Kenny,
Yeah.
but Billy West is a better voice actor.
Yeah, Billy West is.
If we were
You know what? I listened to an interview with Billy West.
Yeah.
A few years ago. Sad guy.
sad.
He's just like a sad person.
Aw.
Yeah, it broke my heart a little.
Well, the thing, if you're that talented, like your brain's fucked.
Yeah.
You're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
So my question is, so you're saying this guy does so many voices, he's like the animated version of Mike Myers?
Basically,
Well, you Futurama guy?
I really enjoy Futurama.
He does-
I can't say that I've seen every episode,
Sure.
but I've definitely like if it's on, I'll watch it. And sometimes I go out of my way to watch it, which
Right.
is rare for a lot of content in general.
Well, Billy
he's
is
like everybody.
he's Fry, Zoidberg, the professor.
Captain.
Oh
Brannigan.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's Zap. Yeah, like he does so many of those characters on that show.
And I didn't know the voice actor.
Yeah, one guy.
Mhm.
And I'm going to a place with lots of voice actors that I don't really see.
Oh yeah, is Billy West there?
Is Tom Kenny gonna be there? He probably will be.
I didn't.
He's getting old too. I gotta get to him.
Gotta get to him.
I don't usually care about celebrities,
Watch out, Tom.
but Bo Burnham and Tom Kenny are like, I wouldn't mind.
I feel
meeting
like
those
Tom
two.
would enjoy that. Bo, I don't think Bo wants to
get away from
get away from me.
He's really tall too, and he's like,
Is he?
people can just find. Yeah, he's like 6'5" or
Oh,
something. He's like,
jeez.
people can just fucking see me. wherever I go."
Damn, I thought he'd be a tiny guy.
I thought so too. No, he's a.
See, it only shows their most like common role.
Well, Bailey could point him out.
Dora the Explorer voice actor. See this?
Yeah, Sarah.
Oh, they were just showing their.
It says their name, but
Oh, yo. So, my daughter and I have been watching Spy Family lately. That show fucking kicks ass.
yeah, I don't see Billy up here.
No, Billy.
But
Or Tom.
when you go to these,
Billy or Tom.
a lot of these signings, you can take selfies too, but everyone has a price,
Right.
and it's anywhere between like $25 and like $100.
Jesus.
So like like if sometimes there's some people that you really want to see. For me, I honestly enjoy more just a lot of my friends go to these events. They go to see people or get autographs or whatever. But I just like seeing everyone. I love seeing everyone in costume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though I usually don't buy anything, I love seeing all the artists and all the art and like
Yeah.
what everyone has. And I'd say like 9 times out of 10, I don't go to panels unless there's something I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll try and get into some of the
I could see a
panels.
panel would be fun,
Like 'cause-
depending on what it is.
well, yeah. and-
kitty cat.
Oh, hi. Oh, she's rubbing on my leg.
We're friends now.
Aw, hello.
which one is it? Is it the little one?
Yeah.
Little guy.
Yeah, she's now determined that you guys aren't in danger.
We're good.
You've been in here for at least an hour and 45 minutes.
We've caused no harm to her, and we will not.
Aw, so cute. Hi. Have you seen pictures of my new little kitten?
Yep, I've seen pictures of your new little kitten. Remember, I told you I think you only got your cat because it matched your decor.
Oh, right. Is she a Meowth or a Sprigatito?
Sprigatito.
That was my question on Instagram the other day.
I like sometimes when the cats have that like fur pattern, I think that they're just like perpetually like surprised. It's like the surprise Pikachu, but for cats, and their fur just like poofs out in every direction.
Yeah, she's a fluff ball.
Yeah, I don't know how well I would do with a cat like that because even though I do have 2 cats, I am allergic to cats.
I am too. And I have days where I can't breathe, but or if you touch your eyeball and your eye.
My whole life I've had a cat or a dog, and I'm allergic to both. And horses. I am actually technically allergic to chicken.
The chicken
all the time.
Oh,
like a living chicken, but how about eating chicken?
See, that's the thing is I don't really know because when they do the test, they just like jab you. So I got jabbed in the arm.
Yeah.
And I was like I was only not allergic to the most common allergens. Everything that wasn't like super common, like I'm fine with peanuts and like eggshell or like there's a shellfish, not eggshell. Like there's some that are very common. And like all of those ones I was clear, but every other one lit up. Like I'm not allergic to pollen. I'm allergic to mold, mildew, dust. Like I'm allergic to everything. And then because all my arm was lit up, I had to do the back one too, and like all that's lit up. I'm allergic to grass. So when they say people should go and touch grass, maybe not. But like,
ever thought about that?
Yeah, I did, whatever.
But when you get jabbed, it's a lot more of an extreme, like.
But that's how they
body
tell what
reacts
you're allergic to. Because when I was younger, I was having a lot of bad allergic reactions. So they want to figure out what you're allergic to. So they just like, it's literally like a piece of everything, and they like jab you in the arm with it and see what reacts and what doesn't. But yeah, like I don't need to take an allergy pill every day, even though I'm allergic to everything. I live with animals that are trying to kill me, not intentionally, but yeah, like. You know, I take allergy pills probably like maybe 3 times a week based on like my ebbs and flows.
Have you heard about the brain infections that cats give people, and most people who own cats have it?
Yeah, I've heard about that. It makes you like love them and shit.
No,
does it? I actually don't really know much about it, but
it slows down your reaction time.
That?
No, that's actually what it does. It slows down your reaction
Really?
time. And like by milliseconds. But the thing is, like, the difference between a pro gamer and a regular gamer
one has
is
a cat,
couple
and one doesn't.
milliseconds.
Frick.
Oh,
but not every cat has that, and they think that it's actually like a survival feature that cats have developed over the time, and you can apparently get tested to see if you have it too, but not everyone has it either, right? So it's a combination of like what, but yeah, like there is some kind of thing that increases some kind of brain fog that reduces your reaction time.
So I could have been the next ninja, but I got all these cats around me.
I think you might be a little too old for that. I've learned that most
What'd you say?
most like high-end esports players are retired before the 30 because their reaction time slows over time. And there's some also like inebriations and substances that kind of slow down your reaction time too.
What you talking about?
So you know, a combination of that plus age kind of rules out a lot of people over time.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
All right.
So you guys see this little guy I got here?
Is that your Tamagotchi Digimon?
It's called Digimon.
Digimon?
You never heard of a Digimon?
Digimon?
So you look at this little guy. They built these sons of guns back in 1998, right? Not two times. Digimon, you know what I'm saying?
Digimon.
Yeah.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digital monsters.
So I got this son of a gun for, I don't know, $20 plus shipping.
Is that Digimon's father a gun?
A gun?
Well, he said he's a son of a gun.
I'm pretty sure there is a gunmon.
No, I'm pretty sure that more than one Digimon evolve into something that has guns mounted on it.
Sure.
Okay, so that one right there is a son of a gun.
I got an ogre.
It's an ogre?
There's an ogremon.
Like,
So I don't
from
know.
Ogremeyer?
I don't know if he's gun related.
Okay, let's carry on.
I got a demon manmon. But anyway, so this little guy, you don't know, he cost me like $20. I have a colored version out right
So my question is, that little
Really?
guy there that
Yeah.
cost you $20.
Yeah.
Did he really cost you $20? Because how many Digimon did you have before him?
now. I have,
Yeah.
I have a couple of these guys.
I was gonna say how many.
I have a couple of these
And
guys.
how many of them didn't make it and then had to be reborn into another Digimon? So maybe the encapsule, right, cost you $20, but that particular Digimon
Yes,
might
yes.
be a fraction of $20.
Right.
But if you're really good, it might be $20.
Okay.
Like if you set alarms,
So the
do
more-
you set alarms on your phone to like feed them
No,
Or
I
like-
change it. It's time to go with my time.
to your time? Oh, so like
So
you know,
sometimes these guys get no sleep.
yeah, like when you tell
or
me that
maybe
it's
lots of
morning time at like 11 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, you're like, good
Yeah.
morning. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
your
yeah,
time. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, mine was waking me up all the time though.
Yeah, it's because
It
you weren't
wasn't-
doing it
It
right.
wasn't respectful to me.
There's a pause button on it
Do you set timers on your phone?
for the Digimon.
Yeah.
No,
You've
No.
never done that?
No.
Have
But-
you fallen asleep and then woken up in a panic? You're like, oh no, my Digimon, and like run to go and feed them.
yeah, at the beginning of there, a little bit.
Yeah, that happened. Okay, I'm just trying to figure
Yeah.
out how Digimon you are.
I was quite Digimon at the beginning, but anyways, what's this? Skedalar's back.
Is that why cats have better reaction times because they steal it from us?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's really weird because cats do have great reaction times, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes you throw something
Yeah.
and it takes them like 10 seconds to like understand what just happened.
Yeah, I got one cat. I'm sorry, sir.
But apparently,
Kind of dumb.
well, I never. How can you say that about your?
I'm sorry. I love him. He's my little dumb boy. Anyways, Digimons.
Okay, Digimon.
So the case, it got $20. No, forget about the per Digimon. Not important. But they got a colored one out right now. Colored and rechargeable.
Oh.
USB-C. Ever heard of it? Latest technology.
Whoa.
So
Hey, you're doing it now.
a small robot.
I want to be a duckling. Make me a duckling.
Chicken?
Exactly. Oh, it's on me now.
This sounds like straight out of Near Automata.
I would turn it off.
You ever played the game? Sounds like straight out of that game.
Oh no, ducking is something different.
What do you mean?
It's a term, it's not Jesus Christ.
Okay, everything's off. Talk.
I think no. I'm still a small robot.
All right. Technical difficulties. Let's put on our Be Right
I'm
Back.
still a
screen.
small robot.
Welcome, one and all, to the great alien reveal. The aliens have come down to Earth to tell us that we need to stop making crunchy peanut butter.
Oh.
Thank you, aliens.
Oh.
All right, let's put our camera back on.
Okay. I'm going to finish my thought.
Which of the Digimon thought?
Digimon.
Did
Still-
$20 Digimon.
$20 Digimon.
You had to adjust it to fit your life schedule.
Right.
So, like, you forget what the Digimon wants. The Digimon's stuck on your life schedule.
Yep.
Okay, got that.
New one. Colored. USB-C. Pretty. Backlit. $160 fucking dollars. Talk me out of it, Nate. Talk me down. Bailey, talk me down.
I'm always
Okay,
supportive of
so here's the
decisions
thing.
Like that.
You know the type of purchases that I've made in the last
Oh
year.
God, I've come to the wrong place. Help! Somebody help! Skedaler 4, help me, man.
Because there's definitely I'm not the one to talk you out of buying
Damn.
anything.
I didn't even think about that.
In fact, when I got this, you got mad at me. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Nate, how do I do this?
But I told you my. Oh, you want it higher?
I want it higher. I just
So
realized.
you loosen it.
It won't loosen. I'm the weak.
What's this?
I'm so weak. I've done this 1,000 times in my life.
Do you need me to open the jar for you?
What is it? I don't want to break it.
It's metal. There's no way you're breaking this.
It's stuck. See?
It is stuck.
It's totally stuck.
But I think it's just my hands are clean.
Let's see. Show us, Bill.
Shouldn't you grab it from?
Did you do it?
I
You're
think
just
I'm-
twisting
I'm
this. Hey!
So we've now determined that
Bailey's the
Bailey is the strongest.
That's not good.
It's not
for you
tightening.
guys.
Not tightening.
Is your microphone tall enough now?
It's tall enough.
Really?
I just wanted mine to be the tallest. Hell yeah.
I think I can still go taller because my microphone's longer.
Whoa. Show off.
But you know, 100
Now I'm not like some hunchback, man.
another $130, and I can get another one of those. We can have 4 people.
Isn't that one better, though? Oh, wait.
But
No.
then we could have 4 people.
4 people.
Because another one of these is like 500. Another one of those is
But
120.
I almost got one for 150. Those sons.
I know. I just sent you. It's still listed.
I know it is. Still pending.
And I looked all over, like within 100 kilometers of us. There's actually quite a few that are like 250, 350, but like it's still like an hour or more drive, right? Like,
But lady, I'll show up right now and give you the money.
there was one of these microphones. So this is an SM7B. There was one of these microphones that was like $150 in Tay.
Oh my god.
And I saw the ad.
It's usually, how much is it usually?
400. I bought mine
Yeah.
during COVID, so it was like 600. But like, I think they're down to 400 now.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, this microphone is just yours, except they took the sensor and they stretched it out. So it's the same as the microphone that Matt has, except because the sensor is so big, it records a lot better.
Way better. Lady, if you're watching, I
And
will
this-
pay you the money this moment. Forget that guy.
And this microphone hasn't changed since the late 80s. It's been the exact same build, same
perfection.
designed, like for 40 years.
These are pretty good too, I gotta say.
Yeah, those are the like Rode doesn't really make bad products. Knock on wood. But yeah, like that's their like entry level podcast mic.
Really?
And they have something that competes with this. But it's this the reason why this one's so good is it does really well with low end. And when your singing is closer to screaming than singing, that something like this tends to be a little
What are you
better.
trying to say?
I'm not saying screaming is bad.
You saying I'm a little yell- I do a little yellies?
As long as you're not like screaming fire in a movie theater, I think you're fine.
That sounds incredible. If I could breathe fire,
Sing fire.
sing fire sounds even better.
I mean, scream fire. Wait, what am I doing?
Nah, and then just fire comes out of my mouth. Fuck yeah. People pay to see that.
So what you're saying is you want to be Charizard.
Fuck yeah, I do.
You know, if you were like 10 minutes earlier in responding, you would have had the red.
I'm sorry. I was doing a thing.
Because I told you that I knew Bailey would want the green. And you had a choice between the water and the fire. I could have even grabbed yellow if you wanted to be Pikachu.
I could take a Pikachu.
But yeah, like, because I have the 6 colors and the whatever cables.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Fuck
it
yeah.
is what it is.
Hey, she could.
After, oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to go. After these messages, we'll be right back.
We're leaving?
Today's stream sponsored by
we-
water. Without water, none of us would be here.
Are we taking a break?
No, I was just being a jerk because that's what I am.
That's not true. You're a lovely human.
I'm not the nicest tree. I'm a birch.
What's wrong with birches? Bitches?
Nothing. I said I'm a birch.
Bitch?
They could be. You
No,
don't
I've
know.
never heard you say a mean thing in your life.
You've never heard me say a mean thing in life?
No.
You.
How dare you, sir?
You haven't heard me say anything mean?
Never.
Have you heard me say I don't like something? I'm pretty sure I said some mean things about Xbox.
No, I don't know.
Maybe console gaming in general.
Yeah, but I mean, that just for a primary console dude guy like myself, that just goes in one ear out the other. You don't really hear it.
I've never really said that. I can't. I have to think I've been negative about stuff. One time I got so
Not
mad at you, I
overtly.
left chicken chat before it was even chicken chat.
But the chicken?
Remember when there's still Pokemons, and you told me that my favorite chicken place was garbage?
Dixie Lee?
Yep.
Well, because it is.
And I said,
No.
I'm not going to put up with this, and I do
the
not want to be
best.
associated with people like this.
But then here we are. You invited me over into your lovely home, and we're talking about it like adults.
All right. Well, Flaming Dawn, I would also like to say howdy. And yeah, the weirdo in a costume, he's definitely a little grouchy sometimes. I bet you Flaming Dawn's heard me say something mean.
A mean thing?
Yep.
Is this true, Flaming Dawn?
I'm pretty sure she's heard me say at least something mean.
Oh, a mean thing coming out of Nate's mouth. I don't believe it.
Yeah, but you only see like music and video game Nate, right?
No, we've talked about love.
and-
We've lived, we've laughed, we've loved.
Maybe salty.
Yeah, it's maybe salty. So like that's not even
We've hung around campfires before.
we have?
Yeah.
When?
More than once at Dave's place. And then you asked Dave to bring out the guitar so you could play it.
Well, I might have been
Yeah.
under the influence.
But is that like baseline Matt?
No, not really anymore. I don't know if it's a subject we want to bring up, but
Well,
not
honestly,
really.
the older you get, the more responsible you have to be, right?
I'm a good
Especially
boy now.
when you have a little one running around. You got to set a good example, right?
You don't go full mean.
Well, you never go full mean.
You don't go full mean. You don't go even slightly mean. Maybe salty, says Flaming Dawn.
Yeah, well, I can throw some shade.
Now Bailey, though,
I can be mean.
downright vicious.
What's that TikTok song that I can be good, I can be mean, I can be blah 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 blah?
Friggin' what's
Mika.
his name? Mika, yeah.
Hell
How
yeah.
does that go?
I love Mika.
I can be mean.
I can like chicken. I can be mean. I can be a Digimon.
Hell yeah.
I think that was the thing.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
I could be
definitely.
hurtful. I could be purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's mean too. He could,
I don't think I've ever been purple.
damn.
Well, no, that's so. One time when we were in the
One time I
Toronto,
You were one time.
one time when we were in the Toronto, we went to the Toronto parade, the Pride Parade.
Yep.
And I did the rainbow beard.
Okay.
Oh.
Had some purple in
So
it.
I took some of that like sculpting gel
Okay.
and dumped a whole bunch of glitter in it, and then you mix it up,
Mhm.
and then when you put it on your beard, it stays where it is.
Mhm.
So I did the entire rainbow color.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And well, I say I did that. You both know Becky did that.
Right.
So like I had each like stripe was a different color in the rainbow in the right order.
Oh,
and
yeah?
like so there was
Where'd you
one
live?
point where I was maybe 1.7% purple.
So you have been purple.
And like when you have a purple popsicle, you're like 0.5% purple.
Sure.
Your lips turn purple,
Purple.
right? So like
Might even have some purple poop.
I do sometimes wear purple clothing, so that makes me like
Yeah.
at least 20%
There's
purple.
no organs that got purple.
You ever been
A
purple?
little bit of purple.
You ever been purple, Bill?
We went to
I
the
don't know, when we were born, we were probably a little purple.
A little purpley.
Babies are purple sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they are a little bit purple.
when we went to the grotto, I turned blue when I went into the water.
Oh my god.
Real? What do you mean?
I literally went into the water. It was so cold that my face turned blue.
It is cold.
And I still wanted to swim out there, and everyone's like, "You're stupid. Get on, get out of the water."
Okay. Okay.
Have you ever been to the grotto?
No, I've heard of the grotto.
I've been there.
So we have a grotto.
Oh, been to the grotto, have you?
Yep.
So for our American viewer and whoever else viewers, I don't know where everyone's from.
What the hell are you doing over there?
we have a nice little grotto.
Oh, we should probably turn this off.
What? You got mad that somebody else was playing the automaton?
No, I don't. I just don't want it to run out of batteries.
What the batteries are? I was about to say they were a dime a dozen, but it's like they're like $20 a dozen.
Hey, Suze.
Hey, Suze.
Suze, what up?
Look at that first time chatter.
Look at it. I'm over here doing stuff.
I thought you did a heart.
I'll give you a heart.
And Suze, I'll send him home with one of these Pokemon snacks for you.
Yours was like a circle. Your heart was just like a circle.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe it's because his love.
There we go.
Maybe it's because his love is forever,
How did the
which makes the
kids do
perfect
it?
circle.
Yeah.
I can't do what the kids do.
Do you no longer consider yourself
that-
one of the kids?
Is that the kids or is that like gang signs? Because I don't know what you're throwing over there.
Oh, no.
They do it with just like these fingers. I can't though.
Suze wants to try the cookies.
Yeah, it's fun. I think there's 2 pouches. You can have them. I'm not supposed to eat cookies.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how many sugars is in one of these pouches.
Guess what, though,
but-
Suze?
There's only 6 grams for a whole bag. I could actually eat these cookies, but you can have them. I have a whole thing of Teddy Grahams here.
You're gonna, Suze, you're gonna steal Nate's cookies?
No,
I'm just messing with her. I love you, baby.
you didn't see what was over there because you guys kind of. I expect you to be a little earlier, so I catered this event.
I'm sorry, Nate.
So I brought
I
you
blame it
snacks.
on Bailey.
Oh,
Actually, I can't blame.
We got one more thing. So you just talk for a bit, and I have to prepare something for you.
Okay, I can't blame it on Bailey actually because you were right on time. I was a little bit late.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that just something else, eh? It does. I got a question for you.
What?
Still haunting me.
What?
What were those eyebrows earlier? I try to give you a moment to shine, and you hit me with it was like your left eyebrow just like, fuck you, brother.
I think it was just like a nervous tick.
A nervous tick, eh?
Yeah.
I said, here, Belle, here's the spotlight.
I don't even have an explanation
Here.
for it.
The sister that I love, I want you to just be on center stage. And you said, fuck you.
I don't even know what happened. Hi, kitty. Hi.
There's a good kid. There's a kitty boy over here, Susan. He looks kind of like Ori.
I think it's a girl.
There's a kitty girl over here, Susan, and it looks just like Ori. They could be a little couple. Oh, what is Nate preparing for us? What the fuck? These grapes. You told me about them. I forget what the hell's up with these grapes.
Is it the cotton candy one?
Oh, cotton candy grapes.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's a normal grape.
Yeah, try it.
What the fuck? What?
So these grapes, they're not the highest, but they're very close to the highest amount of sugar in a grape.
They're fucking delicious.
And Walmart carries them around Christmas time in the winter time because of the way they're harvested. But if you go to the superstore, you can get them almost year round.
What?
But they don't always have them because they're imported. They can't be grown around here. So like I would say half the time I go to superstore, we go once a week. They have them at the front. They're not always called cotton candy grapes. Sometimes they're called carnival grapes.
Why?
No, it's just the branding or the name. But all it is a super high sugar concentration. And when you eat it, it has a hint of the cotton candy flavor.
Holy moly.
I thought that. I didn't know if you've had them before.
I've never had them
A
before.
lot of people I encounter have never had them before,
They're incredible.
and I tend to buy them quite a bit. But because they're out of season right now, they're not the greatest. But around
You told me that could be better?
yeah, around like I don't know where in the world they're grown, but like from
Heaven.
like October, from like October to February, so in the like coldest months of the year, they're the best.
Holy crap.
And during that time, Walmart carries them too. They're usually in the like packages, like at the superstore, they're in regular grape packages, but they're in the like little container when you see them in Walmart around
It's freaking
Christmas
incredible.
time. Yeah, no, I thought you would enjoy that.
I did very much enjoy it.
My favorite type of grape.
My favorite type now, too.
And then after that, it's the Globe grapes.
Do they do they ever make wine out of this?
The grapes, the main, well,
I'm not even a wine person, but I feel like that'd be incredible.
there's actually some grapes that have higher sugar content than these, and that they're mainly made for like wine and fermenting. But I don't know, like I'm not a wine expert, but the high sugar content grapes are good for wine. So I'd imagine you can make wine out of those. But I would think more like if I was gonna I'd make a mixed drink.
Okay.
So I would crush some of them up.
Yeah.
Then I would take my my little like magic bullet thing, and then I would crush up some like Jolly Ranchers, right? And then I would take some I'd throw it in some like vodka and then like let it sit for a night. You know, maybe put it in the fridge and like let it sit for a bit, and then throw it into like your regular glass and maybe like some kind of like I don't know, maybe like an orange juice base or maybe some kind of like juice base, and then your like lime garnish,
Hell yeah.
and then that's your mixed drink.
That sounds
be good.
delicious.
Lately, when I've been going to events, I've been asking for mixed drinks, not by what they are, but by the color they are.
Okay. Yeah.
So like
sure.
when I went to the Twitch event, I was like, I'm feeling purple. What do you want? Give me purple drink.
I get behind that.
Right? You go to like, my Comic-Con fan expo is red. So like maybe I'll have to do the red.
Yeah. What
Because-
if it's blood?
Who knows? Maybe it will be.
Vampires.
That could be really bad because I don't really like what's that really the Bloody Mary, is it? What's the bread that they put celery in?
Cranberry juice.
Caesars.
Yeah, see, I don't like Caesars, so like asking for red could be dangerous sometimes.
Oh.
But I'd still do it.
Hey, Nate.
What's
You know how they say that Cleopatra was the most beautiful woman to ever exist?
I don't necessarily think that's how that's interpreted, but maybe desirable.
Sure. You've heard
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
You've heard that. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's just how Julius Caesar.
That was a fail. Oh, I don't even want to do it anymore.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You wanted this one? Or you wanted to go,
Yeah. What did the thing do when I did that? Anyone see?
No.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry.
for those of you that can't see, we have a decibel meter at the end of the table.
You put a microphone in front of my face, I just want to be loud.
So turn your mic down.
I just got to make up for it by being louder.
Well, soon the idea is one day
You have an
there'll be 4 people at this table.
Who will be the fourth?
I don't know. We could take a random person from Chicken Chat.
Just
Because
random
There's
person.
some other people in Chicken Chat that aren't here,
It's true.
right? And we have that wealth of knowledge to pull from,
Sure.
and not everyone, but more than half of them are local, right?
Is there a non-local chicken
I
chatter?
thought someone's in school.
Oh yeah, she barely speaks in there anymore. I forgot that she's.
Yeah, but the quiet ones are the dangerous ones.
I'd love it if she was in this.
Yeah, you think she
Yeah.
would do it?
So I haven't
Maybe. I don't know.
I haven't got around to doing everything, but I can actually plug in my phone into here and have someone call into my mixing board,
That'd be fun.
and then we can just get a cardboard cutout and put it in a chair.
Sure, hell yeah.
And maybe we can even put a little, like, the mouth moves and there's a little string. Depends how, creative you want to get with it, right? But
Hell
like,
yeah.
definitely could do that.
Well, I love that idea.
But yeah, like it's definitely, you know, whatever works. And this setup is very mobile too. Like it's my laptop and mixer.
Fuck
And
yeah.
like
So you're saying that we should do more of these?
yeah, that's the goal.
I like that.
I would almost like to do one every week. I know that's hard for you.
I don't know about that.
So maybe what we do
Fail?
is if we do 2 every other week,
2 every other week.
and then we just push one to the next week.
Mm.
We don't do it live.
A non-live one. And we're going to put these on the YouTubes?
Yeah, the whole point. I'm going to take this whole VOD and throw it on YouTube as well. And then if you want to go full like content creator, sorry I didn't do that right. When you want to go
Full content creator.
you also take your clips of all the funny
Oh.
points when like Matt's like doop 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 I don't like chicken, and you can take that clip and you can put it on TikTok too, or your
Everyone will agree
reels.
with me.
Nah.
No one's even heard of Dixie Lee.
I would venture that 25% of our chat actually likes Dixie.
No, Skylar does not like
If you're still
But-
here, Dylan, let us know if you like
Skadillin.
do you like-
Skadilliner.
Dixie Lee chicken.
But what
Save
about
me,
Suze?
Dylan.
Does Suze like it?
No, she does.
She does.
hates
No,
it.
she's told me
does.
otherwise.
She does. She's
Oh shoot, we have more viewers now, so maybe that's not 25%.
yeah,
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bro.
With me. No, sis.
It's okay, Matt. We all know wrong.
Me never. You know what I gotta say though?
What do you got to say?
I think my butt's about to fall off.
So, what you're telling me is that means that you've had enough chicken chat for one day.
We could chat some more, or we could take 5. But my ass needs to.
I gotta.
Yeah, I think I think we're gonna end it for today.
On account of my butt.
I'd like to. Well, you know, I don't want to say that, but no. And I'd just like to thank Dylan definitely showed some love there. We like to thank all the villers, and I got some
Thank you.
subscribers and
Do it.
some followers, and at the end of the day, you were all here at Chicken Chat, and we appreciate you very much. And I would like to say to all of our feathered friends, stay feathered. And bye.
Hell yeah, guys.
Hey, Chris.
You gonna say bye?
Bye.
See you later.